Hello there, how are you doing today? Not that you can answer me and I can hear you, but hey, how are you? All right, so today's reading, we're going to talk about the Great Resignation that has been, I don't know, reported on, I guess. It's been all over social media, seeing a lot about it on TikTok and Facebook, and maybe even in a couple of news articles. I try to stay away from the news. It's just too much. So the questions we're going to ask about the Great Resignation is, how did it start? What happened what triggered this? What's fueling it? What it means for humanity, how it affects our economy, and what the lesson might be, if there's a lesson, and then the outcome. So that's what we're going to ask about the Great Resignation. Let me ask you a question. Have you recently quit a job in the last, in the last year or so? Have you quit a job? I'm just curious. If that applies to you, I will go on record and say I quit my retail job of 13 years, April 2021. So that was what, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months ago-ish. So yeah, add me to the list. I'm part of it. All right. If you're new to the channel, my name is Melissa. This is Uncensored Intuition, where I do random weird tarot readings, witchy unboxing videos, and Metaphysical Mondays, where I pick a metaphysical topic every Monday that we talk about and discuss, and I share information and hopefully inspire you to take action in your spirituality. So if that's your thing, make sure you subscribe. Let's get into this reading. All right, the Great Resignation, how did it start? What triggered the Great Resignation? Okay. Empress energy. Yeah. Ooh, Empress and the Devil. Look at that. All right. So it's like she's I feel like there's like a stuck in the middle energy and I don't want to see it. Like she's blindfolded, she's stuck between this like powerful goddess empress energy and this like tied down toxic addiction attachment, and it's like, I need this but I want this. I feel like there's just like a stuck in the middle and not wanting to see either side. So I feel like that's kind of what triggered it. As a collective, I feel like there was a mass, I don't want to do this anymore kind of energy that like washed over. Also want to point out we have two major arcana cards here, which means like something that is not mundane. This is a bigger deal. This is bigger picture energy. But like if there were opposites in the deck, I would say these feel pretty opposite. There is like opposing factors or opposing energies, and not wanting to be stuck in the middle, so you just dip, right? Like I'm out. I don't want to. I'm not dealing. I can't pick a side. I don't want to be attached to either thing. So it was kind of that's kind of a collective energy of Empress energy, divine feminine coming in, toxic masculine, that's been having us kind of attached to the commercialism aspect. It's like I feel like both energies kind of are battling behind the scenes. Maybe we don't realize it, don't see it, but I feel like the divine feminine, divine masculine kind of embodied here are kind of like battling it out. So I feel like that kind of caused like almost like, okay, I'm getting like a rift, or like, what is the word that I'm looking for? Like, okay, like when they go like that, there's like a ripple, like the boom, you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I can't find the word in my head, but I feel like the two opposing forces. Okay, so like if you see two superheroes just like coming at each other, and they like hit their like super powered weapons together, and there's like a force that just reverberates outward and affects everything. I feel like that's what triggered this. Something unseen. There's like an unseen behind the scenes spiritual force between divine feminine and toxic masculine, the corporate and like the freedom, to do your own thing and kind of women being empowered. I feel like behind the scenes there was like a spiritual clash and then just like a whoosh, like where it just spread out to the collective and everyone else was just like, yep, I'm not having it. And they were just gone. So that's what I'm getting for the cause, or, what triggered and started it. So what's keeping it going? Because this is still an ongoing thing. It's not just like everybody quit all at once and that's it. People are still quitting their jobs. People are still like not having that energy. So, oh shoot, okay. Let's do that one more time. Sorry to make you watch me shuffle so much. There we go. All right, so what's fueling it? What's keeping the Great Resignation going? Oh, Lord. Okay. So, unsatisfaction, dissatisfaction, we want all 5 of our cups. We want to be able to thrive in our society, right? So I feel like a lot of people are quitting their job because they're being offered 2 cups when they should be getting 5. Don't want to get political, don't want to cause any drama. You can argue with me in the comments if you want, and if you're an ass, I'll just delete it. But typically I leave those comments just so everyone else can see if you're an ass. So just let you know. All right, so what I'm feeling like is like not getting, like, people are dissatisfied. They're not getting what they're worth. The people want they want their cake and eat it too. They want pay and benefits, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? They deserve that. They feel like they're not getting what they deserve. We have Tower in the center here, the Magician. Again, 2 major arcana cards. This is a bigger picture energy here. So I feel like the Great Resignation so far in this reading is feeling like this is like big deal stuff. Tower energy here. We got to break down the foundation, break it down to the foundation. This is an unexpected change, but I feel like it's an ongoing, like normally the Tower energy would be a sudden change. So I feel like maybe there is something coming up that we don't know yet that is going to continue fueling it. But changing and breaking down to the foundation, that's what's keeping it going, is the fact that it is tearing it down. It is tearing down this tower that we've built up over the last couple of centuries, this tower of commercialism and capitalism that we've built up. It's tearing it down, and I feel like people are starting to see it crumble, and that's what's keeping it going. Also, the Magician energy here is, people are tapping into other resources. The Magician is about having all of your resources. It contains all of the elements here, right? We have cups, swords, wands, and fire. And then we have spirit here, representative of in the Ouroboros, which I have a video that contains background on the Ouroboros, not necessarily background, but different kinds of meanings that you can take from it. So we have all of the elements. We have water, air, fire, and earth, and then spirit as well. So I feel like people are finding their resources. People are getting their resources elsewhere. And because they're able to sustain themselves with out of the box resources that the Magician is representing here, I feel like that's what's going to continue it. That's what's keeping it going. People are not satisfied. People are knowing their worth and wanting what they want. And they're not interested in your 2 little cups. They want all 5. So keeping it going is seeing how it's crumbling, seeing that it is making changes. There is change happening. There is destruction happening here. But once you break it down to the foundation, then you can rebuild in a better, more solid, because this tower is right on the beach, on the sand. You don't build, that's not a solid foundation, right? You just can't build a tower on sand. So I feel like it's breaking it down to the foundation and seeing that it is actually working, that it is happening, is keeping the momentum going, and also being able to, provide for yourself and find resources elsewhere means you don't have to accept 2 cups, right? Because you found resources elsewhere. And if they're not going to provide for you in a way that helps you maintain your lifestyle and thrive, in fact, then you're going to go find resources elsewhere. And people are doing that. And I think that's what's keeping it fueled and keeping it going. All right, next question. What does it mean for humanity? What does this, like, kind of global resignation, the Great Resignation? There was another term they were using for it, but I can't remember. What is this? What does this mean for humanity as a whole? Not just the United States. I feel like this is happening in other countries too. I'm not sure. I haven't researched it. Impact on humanity. Hey, there's... Well, now. We're doing that. Okay. Great. I wasn't sure if I wanted to take those anyways. So I'm just going to keep moving along. Shuffling error. Not sign from spirit. Alright, that's good. That's much better. What does the Great Resignation mean for humanity? See, that was much better. All right. I feel like it's going to take some time. There's going to be a lot of people that are doing solo work or, you know, kind of going out on their own, finding themselves spiritually, even possibly, learning how to save too, holding on to things and being a little bit less frivolous with your resources, I feel like is an impact as well. Kind of like a lesson learned there. And, you know, following your passion, the wands are fire energy, which talks about, you know, what fires you up, what lights you up, what are you passionate about, and the queen is masterful at that. So it's about following your passion and following your you know, things that excite you. This feels very Bashar to me. If you're not familiar with the teachings of Bashar, they talk about you know, following your passion, what feels good right now, and just like following your passion until a new one reveals itself, kind of. So I feel like that's a big impact for humanity. A big thing with humanity is people are going to start going out on their own, learning how to handle their resources a little bit better. There will be, I feel like, parts of the people in general who don't want to let go of the way the capitalism is set up now. Definitely see that energy happening. But overall, I feel like the impact is people are going to follow their passion a little bit more. They're going to look within themselves. They're going to, you know, save where they need to save. They're going to hold on to things that are important to them, keeping things close to the heart, and being a little bit more focused on passion and feeling good. So I feel like that's kind of an overall impact on humans in general with this. You know, people stepping away from the corporate realm and focusing on themselves and what they like and what they want. And I feel like there may be a portion of people who want to hold on to the way things are, but you know, that could go into a whole other thing on what we're calling the split. Sorry. All right. How is this going to affect the economy? How is the Great Resignation going to affect the economy? How is the Great Resignation going to affect the economy? Okay. I feel like we're going to have to learn how to do something else here. I feel like a lot of people are up in the air about it. They're not sure. These twos here are both very wishy-washy energy. The economy is going to be wishy-washy, flopping around like a fish, right? Like a fish out of water. The economy, I feel like, may suffer a little bit, but I feel like it's up and down. We're going to see, you know, peaks and valleys. You know, I'm not businessy, like stocks and stuff kind of person, but I feel like we're going to see some ups and downs in the economy. for sure. Peaks and valleys. We also have like this valley back here and the water peaks. Getting definitely peaks and valleys. Things are going to be up and down for a while. Things might be a little bit unstable and a little bit floppy. But I feel like with this page here talking about, like learning and being, there's going to be something new that kind of floats in to help us out there. I don't feel like it's all bad. I feel like it's just going to be up and down for a while. I don't feel like I don't see any economy crash here. Like we're going to have some crashes, we're going to have some peaks. We're going to, it's just going to be up and down for a while. That's what I'm getting for that. Is there a lesson? What is this? What is the Great Resignation teaching us? What is the Great Resignation teaching us? How to be powerful on our own. Yep, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and look, okay, so this is my single ladies card. Powerful feminine energy, powerful, like making your own money, being independent. The queen here, and more pentacles, again, with the finances and the earth energy. I feel like this is about standing in the power. I also feel like there's going to be a little bit more feminine aspects to the structure of our power, of our finances here. Three of Swords isn't just about heartbreak. The Three of Swords is about healing from the heartbreak, right? So I feel like there's the lesson is and in how to maintain ourselves, how to take care of things ourselves, and how to not depend on the almighty dollar, not how to depend, or how to not depend, how to not depend on the current structure, and how to kind of like figure things out for yourself. I mean, she's under a fruit tree in this card, so again, like, growing your own food, gaining your own resources, right? I feel like there's going to be and I feel like there are already a lot of people learning how to plant and grow your own food and stuff like that. But I feel like overall, though, the lesson is how to heal. We're healing from an economical system that was just not, it wasn't structured to handle what we have today. We have a lot more people than when we started putting these systems into place. We have a lot more people. There are a lot more mouths to feed. There are a lot more work that needs to be done in order to provide for people. It just doesn't work. So I feel like healing our system, healing our powers that be, and focusing more on a more giving kind of way of being. So I feel like that's the lesson, is learning how to be a little bit more giving with the resources and healing from our current economical or past, I guess, economical systems, healing that, and, maybe some growth there as well. So let's check in for an overall outcome. What's going to happen? What's the overall outcome of this Great Resignation? What is the overall outcome of the Great Resignation 2021, 2020, 2021 Great Resignation outcome? Yeah, things are going to turn around a little bit. I feel like we're turning away from this this strong masculine like take action, do it now energy, and more into a flowy energy. So I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is showing us that the outcome is that there is going to be a shift or a change. This wheel is going to turn. We're turning away from this, masculinity driven society and economy, I guess, if you want to call it that. We're turning away from that and turning more toward a like, the page is a youthful it's about learning and being new and going to school, and it's that kind of young starter energy, right? So I feel like we're turning this wheel into something a little bit more new, right? A little bit more unknown, but that feels right, right? Because we have that cups energy here. So I feel like that's the outcome is things turn from this like strong action driven into more of a new way of feeling things out. Instead of just like do go go go, it's like, well, does this feel right? So that's the outcome that I see for this Great Resignation. If this is interesting to you and you want to see more stuff like this, next week I'm going to be talking about government bunkers and where they may be hidden. So if this is something that interests you, make sure you hit subscribe. If you want to get notified for other videos, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. As always, have a blessed day.